In Just Mercy, Jamie Foxx plays an incarcerated African American who was wrongfully arrested for the murder of a white woman. Michael B. Jordan shows up as a lawyer looking to right wrongs and prevent Jamie Foxx from being executed. Just Mercy is a good, if too traditional, courtroom legal drama. It's an important film with powerful messages and themes. The ways in which it explores racism, justice, and the legal system are pretty great. None of these elements are all that surprising or revolutionary though, and that's the biggest problem with the film. Just Mercy does everything right except be original. It's based on a true story and on real events, but the story being told in the film is one that's been told before, in film and on TV and in numerous documentaries. As a result, Just Mercy is predictable. You know what the end result will be going into it, and you know the sort of opposition Michael B. Jordan will face throughout the film. It doesn't make the film bad or lacking in enjoyability, but it does hamper it a bit. There's also the slight issue of length and pacing. The film runs at approximately 2 hours and 15 minutes. It's too long. At times there are scenes that are going really slow and don't add much to proceedings. At other times, there are thrilling moments which add some excitement to things, but make for a film that constantly shifts momentum and speed. The characters of the film are incredibly likeable and relatable, and pretty much everyone puts in a great performance. Jamie Foxx and Michael B. Jordan are the standouts as the co-leads, each showing what drives their characters really well, and both demonstrating differing ways in which African Americans are unjustly victimized, abused, and bullied because of their skin color. While this is happening, their characters are incredibly human and grounded too. They have strengths and flaws, likes and dislikes, and it all comes across in Just Mercy. Another standout amongst the cast is Rob Morgan as a convicted murderer with PTSD who is currently on death row. Then there's Brie Larson, who puts in a good performance but isn't given all that much to do in the film. Her character is an important one and her role in Michael B. Jordan's life is a significant one, but the film often fails to fully show us how or why that is. The villains of the film, the district attorney and the local sheriff, are the weakest of the bunch. The sheriff is a plain and simple stereotype, portrayed as a no-nonsense southern guy with racist roots. Rafe Spall is given more to do, but it isn't until the end of the film where we finally see more about his character, including his personal life and his conflicted views on events. Before that point though, he spends most of the film being the symbolic face of injustice. One scene I want to highlight in the film is that of an execution scene. Without spoiling the particulars of it, the scene has a character taken from their cell with a slow build-up, including them being shaved, the convicts starting to make noise, and then just before the switch is flipped, everything goes silent. It's an expertly crafted moment in terms of direction and sound design, and it does a brilliant job of building tension and anxiety and creating a mood. Then there's the sudden jolt that we knew was coming but is still somehow shocking and distressing. Just Mercy is a good film, but it's a film I feel like I've seen before because of familiar story beats, characters, themes and messages from other pieces of media. It can be a bit predictable and the villains aren't incredibly detailed, but the cast is great. If you've liked this review, consider subscribing to my channel to get more content like this. Also, go over to Twitter and Instagram and follow me at _Grant Burton.